Pre-pass site, and we are coming into Utah. Utah, mandatory watercraft inspection. Wow. Wow, Utah, state line. That is the crappiest state line. There we go. There we go, guys. So, the minute you get into Utah, you got the port of entry. This is one of the first times I don't have a dealer plate on the car, because we put plates on this one. We paid the big money. So I don't gotta stop. Dealers usually stop. I guess. I don't always stop. Not even all of them say to stop. Some do. Maybe just the port of entries. I don't know. I've stopped before, and they kicked me out. You don't need to be in here. Oh, yeah. Go on through. I remember we were coming up from San Diego to Montana when I was a kid. And we had a 40-foot flatbed. 40-foot or 48. It was the kind you pull in the center of your truck. And my dad pulled that thing with his 78 F-250. It was 40-something. It wasn't 40. Big! Over 40 feet. How's that? And we had a thing with some stuff on it. It didn't really weigh much. Well, the trailer itself weighed more than most trucks should pull. But pretty interesting going through the scales and having them tell you that you didn't need to be there because you weren't a truck. I'm a truck. My dad wanted to argue with him. I remember he was just having fun. I don't like having that much fun with cops. But, okay, this is Utah. This is St. George. I actually have a couple lots out that way. I'll sell them cheap, very cheap. 25, 35 minutes from town. City lots, very cheap. I'd have to look up, I had about 24 of them. And I'd have to look up what I got left exactly, but somewhere around like 25, 3,500 bucks probably. Cheap. I'll finance. And then I got a place up in Cedar City. It's more than a city lot. It's a ranchita. It's a little 2.5 acre chunk. It's a nice piece of land, actually. Be nice to go put a trailer on it. That is St. George. St. George has exploded, actually, in the last, my life, for sure, the last 15, 25 years. I bet you it's quadrupled in size. At least. Wow. At least. That'd be interesting. Now I'm gonna look that up. Wikipedia. Okay, well. Just wanted to show a little bit of each state. Ain't much to see at night, is there? This will definitely be one where I have to... It'll be interesting how I edit this together. We got 461 miles worth of road under our belt. About a full tank of fuel. It's been uphill the whole way. The whole way. Seriously. Pretty much. And big hills. And we're still going uphill. Okay, well, I want to show some of the town. There we go. This town, God, I say this town's quadruple. I'll bet you it's 10 times the size as it was 25 years ago. And that might be without even counting there's suburbs now. The suburbs are huge. Used to be the suburbs were like a house was a suburb. And now it's like a town. Serious. 12:30. And it just took off that way too. Oh man, town's huge. I wish I'd have bought so much more property here. I bought what I could. And as it grows out, that stuff I'm talking about selling and making a deal on is going to go through the roof. Good investment. I'll take like $50 a month, $100 a month. Depends how much interest do you want to pay. That's how property works. Oh man, I hate this. It's so hard because I think you got to get over there to get on the Salt Lake, and I think I'm on it. Now we've talked car dealerships like crazy. Like crazy. They've put them in here. They've really put them in here. It's talking about titty bars and stuff there in Vegas. It ain't the same way here in Utah, I know for sure. I ain't never seen one here. And I don't... Look at all the colors. Colors. I don't go looking for titty bars. It's just, as you drive down the street, BAM! My titty bar stands out. It does. That's all there is to it. Like sex shop. You see that word, sex. You're like, woo, yeah. Don't see that in Utah. $2 for a triple cheeseburger. Wow, they don't have that deal in San Diego. It's $2.39, I think. Interesting how deals change state to state, place to place. Okay, well, this is a lot of video to film, I guess, by the time it gets said and done. 464 miles, a bit more than a third of the way there. It ought to be pretty interesting to see how many gigs of data I have by the time I get there. Also, I don't know how much. It could fill up more or less at night. I don't know. It's got to be less. Utah. I know that's not how you say it. I know somebody out there that I don't know probably is going to say, it's not. See, how are you even going to type that? You can't even type Utah. You type Utah, Utah. See? Utah, 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 Utah. That's what the Indians up here say. Utah, 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 Utah. Something to that effect, I'm pretty sure. Okay, well. St. George Shuttle, limo and charter. This is a nice town. It really, really is. Just a quiet drive. Yes, sir. Washington City. There's one of the suburbs. That's right. Serious. I mean, this is a huge town now. Washington City is probably 2-3 times as big as St. George. And then up here, there's Hurricane. And Hurricane actually was where I got one of my first distributors ever for Herbal Energy Plus, one of my products I sold before the internet. Isn't that amazing? Pre-2000. It wasn't before the internet. It was before you had social media and all that stuff. I don't even think... I only got a website on for the last year and a half of it or so. Like 98. I got 97, 98. I got my first website up maybe. 98. This S500. People can complain about this or that. This is the way to go. Smooth riding, comfortable seats, classy car, average 23 miles a gallon or so, I'd say. it's a little dogged out when you're all uphill like I've been. But we're gonna flatten out here in Utah. He said Utah again. Peterbilt! Well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna turn this off. There's a mileage sign up here. We'll wait for that. See how far we have to go in Utah. Ooh, we get to go faster. Actually, Utah has all 80 up here in about 15 miles or so, I think. It just goes to 80. Well, that ain't what I was looking for. That's not very helpful. Oh, Leeds. Well, that's the next suburb. And everything's out down. There's like outcroppings and gorges and stuff. And it's all back behind that. A lot of stuff in here, though. Although it looks pitch black. Okay, this has to be the boringest part of this trip. I'm going to try not to record nothing else. Till daybreak. Coupon code Montana. LiveWireEnergy.com. Do it. Like, huge discount. Huge, huge places up there. 292 miles to Salt Lake. And I mean, it's huge equipment rental. There's a case dealer up there. You would never know it. I mean, it's just totally black. I just passed a triple trailer. I think it's probably going to be a single. Yeah. But they have triple trailers here for the most part. I'll record that somewhere up here. I mean, look. This here, I think this is the Walmart. Hang on a second. Look at this. The Walmart distribution center. And it's huge. Huge. I hope you got that, because I'm trying to not look all that much while kind of looking. In other words, I'm watching the road while tilting my head with glass on. If that makes any sense. So I mean, seriously, I just had to record this because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And you don't think there's nothing out there. Meanwhile, there's the DATS distribution, and I don't know what that one is. Huge. So, that is the end of it, though, I think. And Zion National Park's right up there. Right that way, to my right. I don't know if you can see my hand. There I can see my hand. Google Glass, cool. Has its perks. Not figured out. I've sent mine back. This is my third set. And they need to go back again. And they quit making them, so I don't know what they're going to do. Uh-oh. Budunka? Okay, well, I'm going to turn this off. In between St. George and Cedar City. Driving. 12:45. And that's actually 10 minutes ahead, but now we've crossed time zones. So that is the right time now. Which is why I set it ahead. To where I'd kind of be used to it. What's the psychology of that? When it's 1 o'clock, 1:30, it'll be a lot easier to keep driving than it would have if it was 12:30 and I was already tired and I just feel bad about it. I don't know. This is the way I'm doing it. How's that? I'm not a speeder, dude. Dude? Yeah, that's right, dude. I get out here, speed limit 75, 75, 76, that's me. I get in between two people doing like 100 and 105. I try to keep up. I'm hoping it flips to 80 soon. I think it's a ways up here though. Well, cansoup.com. It's gonna be morning in a while. A long while, like 5 hours. 6 hours. I just paid $2.65. And there is a $1.98. And you know, truthfully, 60 plus 30. It'd have been tight. I could have almost made it here. in Utah, just past Cedar City. Actually have a lot out that way. For sale. It's right out in them lights. Now, I was hoping this will show why I like Utah now. I don't like Utah, but now I do. It's because you can go 80 speed limit now. Very cool. Very, very cool. Not as cool as California, where the speed limit is 65, 70, and everybody goes 95. And you can go with the flow of traffic legally. Now that is a better system. Definitely faster. Here, if you're going 83 or so, 84, you're probably getting a ticket. They're looking for you. In fact, I just seen some poor old boy pull back about 10 miles ago. Pulled over, I mean. Okay, well, 120. I'm feeling pretty good. I might go all night. Might pull over for a couple hours. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. One owner car guy. OneOwnerCarGuy.com. It is blackout. Look at this. You can kind of see stars maybe. But we're gonna find. I just pulled over for a second to let the doggy dog pee. The doggy dog had to pee. Reader, beaglespocket.com. And got my toothbrush and toothpaste out so I can brush on the go. Brushing on the go. Now, I am in, hell, I don't know where I am. Got no clue. I'm heading towards Salt Lake. How's that? And it is 2:35. I actually am not getting onto that hard at all because I've only got 3/8 of a tank left or so, and I'm about 160, 170 miles from Salt Lake. So I'm hoping to make it right on in there. And get fuel there. Mile marker, geez, I don't know, 160, 130? Somewhere between 140 and 180 maybe. How's that? Now that was a range that jumped around a bit. I do enjoy this 80 miles an hour. But I have to just get up to it, put my little speed control on, and forget about it. Set it and forget it. Hi, Breeder. She is just so not having a good trip. Where's my poor baby? 148. That's kind of in there. Even the first guess. Where's a big baby girl? She is just not having a fun trip. Okay, well, I'm gonna shut this off. What do we went? 608 miles. Almost halfway there. Well, just figured I'd grab a little bit more. There's a prize. Yeehaw! About 3:30 in the morning. Mile marker 217. Clipping along about 81.3 miles per hour. 0.3? That's right. 0.3. He said it. He meant it. And it should be coming up on Nephi, Provo, and that type of stuff. Nephi, Payson and stuff like that in about 25-30 miles. Then Provo, Salt Lake in about 80 miles, 85 miles. Yeehaw. I'm noticing that I'm not holding my glass straight. I'm either like this or I'm like this. And I'm like, not really. But notice my head's crooked. Okay, well, black out there. Ain't nothing out there. Well, there is. I don't know what it is. This will be a lot more interesting in the morning.